Every Sunday we have a session that is called Adwait, Light and Shadow Works. Light and shadow works means we work on our both parts, both aspects. Means mind, that is called consciousness, is luminous naturally. Luminous means bright, brilliant. But because of the defilements, because of some content, the light of the mind has shadow, like this is the light, right? And if any object will come in front of this light, that will have a shadow. So shadow comes just because of an object which comes in the way of the light. If there is no object on the way of the light, there is no shadow. So is with the mind also. According to Vedanta, the philosophy, which is one of the nine philosophies of India. Yoga is one of the 9 philosophies. And Vedanta talks about the consciousness that is omnipresent, that is very called luminous consciousness. And Vedanta says that everyone has two natures, means Flamey or Sophie or Marcella or me or anyone. We are different individuals as different personalities, but inside everyone, inside you, inside me, irrespective of our genders, right? Irrespective of our cultures, irrespective of our faiths, belief systems, irrespective of our languages or any differences, we all are one. Intrinsically, we all are one. This is what Vedanta says. And where we all are one? In spiritual world, means in consciousness world. And there is no difference in the space, like in the space, there is no border, there is no differences. And there is no high and what you call up and down. There is no directions in the space. We decide that this is north direction, this is south direction, using compass, right? Because of some calculations, some mathematical calculations. But when you go into this space, there is no directions. Similarly, in consciousness, when we remove all the defilements, when we remove all the content which causes the shadow, then we'll find there is no shadow in us. Then there is no darkness in us. In the beginning, we'll find lots of things. In Kundalini also, in Reiki also, in meditation also, in all the holistic modalities, whether yoga or Vedanta or Sankhya or Vaisheshik, these are philosophies, Indian philosophies, which are ancient Indian philosophies, and they have different, different approaches towards the truth, And these approaches make difference. That this is yoga, this is Vedanta, this is Sankhya, this is that, this is that. But at the final goal, at the final stage, they all merge together. There, they all talk about the same thing, about the same reality, differently. So these are the differences. Otherwise, the truth is only one, that is interpreted differently, that is realized differently, that manifests differently, according to the dispositions, according to the openness of a channel, according to the containership of a channel also, of a medium also. And as in the beginning, when we started talking with you, I was talking about that the manifestations, Nature never repeats the same thing. Repetition is not there in the nature. In India, in all the Indian philosophies, we believe in the rebirths. They all are same in this concept that there was past life, there is present life, and there will be next lives. If you will not attain nirvana in this life, liberation or nirvana is attained through different practices, that is called spiritual practices or meditation practices. There are different methods also to reach nirvana, right? But when we reach nirvana, then we stop the rebirths, we stop the recurring of the process. But so long we have any cause or any drive of rebirth, we will not avoid the rebirth. So we'll have to remove all the causes, okay? So in this light and shadow works, we work on the shadow causes or the contents which create shadow in our consciousness. Why some people are very happy in their lives, and why some people are very unhappy in spite of having all the luxuries, all the means, they don't feel happy because of not the stuff or the material things. Happiness is absolutely the mental concept or mental state. Happiness which is dependent on the material things or material achievements, that is not lasting happiness. That is not true happiness. And the goal of this practice is to experience that eternal happiness or independent happiness, which is not born of any external causes. That is called unconditional happiness, not conditioned. And that is achieved through this process, what we call meditation, or what we call holistic approaches or spiritual practices. Like every one of you or every student who joins our courses, they have different goals. And like the goals of meditation is mental peace, right? Normally people join us in meditation courses for the mental peace, right? And for Reiki, the goal is to heal oneself or others. The goal of Kundalini awakening is to reach non-dualistic state. That is the goal of Kundalini awakening. And when Kundalini wakes up, then there is a journey of this energy inside ourselves. And if the path is blocked, then that energy doesn't move upward. That doesn't reach to that non-dualistic state, what you call the universal consciousness. And there are different stations on the way. Kundalini dwells in the root chakra, right? And when we wake it up through different practices, there are different practices which you apply, which you use to activate it. And Shaktipat means energy transmission, is one method. Their master or a yogi transmits the energy, his or her own energy. And her own energy is not actually his energy or her energy, but the energy of the universe only. Nothing belongs to anyone. Everything belongs to the universe. So that transmitter also receives that energy from the same cosmos where a Reiki healer receives the energy from, right? There is only one resource. So Reiki healer also connects to that source. Energy transmitter or Shaktipat giver also connects to the same source. Or any spiritual master who creates miracle, right? By touching. There is also healing, like Jesus used to heal people by touching, or even someone used to touch his cloth only, they used to get healed. Why? Because of that energy. He was always connected. Like Buddha, he was supreme master, and he had amazing energies to heal anybody. And just by meditating on him, one heals oneself. And like him, like in Hindu philosophy, like Krishna, Shiva, these are other masters, or these are other yogis. If we believe, or Hindus believe, that if you meditate on them, then you also have the same energy. You also have the same kind of consciousness. This is like a frequency, This is like a frequency. You connect with that frequency and you feel the same state of mind, same state of consciousness. Like in chakra also, like in energy also. If energy is vibrating at lower frequencies, then you feel low, right? Then you feel low. If your energy is dwelling at the root chakra only, then you cannot feel high. You have to take your energy from root to the upper chakras. You will not feel high also even up to the third eye also. Even energy also reaches to the third eye. Of course, you will feel higher than the lower chakras, but not higher than the crown. That is, still will be lower than the crown chakra, right? When it will reach to the crown chakra, then that will be the highest frequency of the energy in oneself. But still, there are more higher frequencies than the crown. So how to attune with that frequency is the next process. This we teach in our level 3, in advanced course of Kundalini awakening and attunement, and what you call the union or the non-dualistic state of consciousness. That is absolutely advanced practices. But we have to begin from the first step, right? Actually, mind is amazing. And mind is also strange. Means what? Mind always craves for the ultimate thing. Mind always dreams about the best thing. Every man wants a best woman as a life partner. And every woman wants a best man as a life partner, right? Vice versa. And this is the extreme actually. This is the extreme of mind, or this is extreme of oneself. And there is nothing bad to think or imagine or dream about the best things. Nothing bad. But to achieve the best things or best people or best stuff, we'll have to pay the cost for that. Nothing you get from the universe free of cost. We'll have to pay. Not in money, but in different ways. Right? Money is not the cost. Cost is actually what you call investment of yourself, application of yourself. And these states, or these best, what you call best, or the ultimate achievement or ultimate consciousness is achieved by following some specific conditions or principles or fulfillments. Then we automatically go there, right? And how we go there, this is what we explore, this is what we practice in this process, right? And this is just to aim the highest one, not higher, also highest, but at the same time, we have to also see where I am at present, what is my level, where I have to upgrade myself, right? We have to observe ourselves very honestly, very sincerely, and very clearly. Sometimes we misunderstand ourselves. We don't misunderstand others only. We don't misjudge. People have judgmental mind, right? We keep judging always others and ourselves also, right? We don't judge others only. You judge yourself also. Judging yourself or oneself is also not allowed, is also not right actually. So we have to see ourselves as it is. And we have to see where I am at present, where I have to go there, where I have to reach there. And then we move, then we go step by step, safely, without any accident, without any danger. Otherwise, what happens? Because this journey, inner journey, looks very easy, but it's not easy. It's easy in one sense. How it is easy? If we are very innocent, if we are what you call lightful, means without content, if we don't have darkness. What is darkness? Darkness is shadow, right? Darkness is shadow. Shadow is darkness. If you don't have darkness, if you walk in the wake of light, then we don't fear about anything, right? Then you don't have fear of falling, fear of stumbling with anything. So if you have eyes, but if there is no light, then you stumble upon things. Even in this room, there is no light. If I ask you to go out, then you will hit yourself. So this is the meanness. This is the negative aspects of the light, darkness. That's why we have to switch on the light. There is light all the time. There is light always. But the content is the content, The stuff is creating shadow. The stuff is creating darkness. And what are these stuffs? This is what we have to explore in this. In Kundalini Awakening also, we talk about the blockages, right? Blockages on the path, energy path or channels. And if there is blockage, then energy will not flow. Energy will stuck there only. Even in Reiki also we attune. We give attunement to that frequency. But if you have blockages, then you will try to attune with that energy, but because you don't have matching energy, you're not matching, therefore you will not be able to connect with that. So we'll have to firstly, clean ourselves. We have to firstly prepare ourselves so that we will have, connection, we'll have attunement, we'll have a tuning with that. Attunement is made of tuning, right? We have to tune ourselves. You cannot tune universe. You cannot force universe, right? We'll have to change ourselves. Universe, you cannot change the universe. You cannot change the truth. You cannot change the God, what you call God also. We have to change ourselves. And what is changing? This is the same thing, that we have lots of mental blockages. We have lots of content in ourselves. And what are these contents? These contents are the conditioning of the mind. These contents are the prejudices of our minds, our biased mind, conditioned mind, judgmental mind, or there are many other obstacles also. There are many other stuff also which make our mind not qualifying for that. This is what we explore in this process, in this program, and we work on that, right? And if mind is also not opened, in that case also we do not attune with that, we do not take our energy with that frequency. Therefore we have to clean ourselves. Therefore we have to clean the channel, we have to clean the energy, right? It's like very impure water. If the water of a pool is impure, full of dust and these particles, then that water, you cannot see the bottom of the pool. When water is clean, then you can see the bottom. Firstly. Second, even if the water is clean, but if it is having ripples, if it is having waves, in that case also you cannot see the bottom clearly. So there are two things. First thing is cleaning the water to see the bottom, because there are a lot of miracles in the bottom, what you call subconscious mind, what you call the ultimate state of mind, that is what you call deepest layer. When we enter into deepest layer of ourselves, then we see that is connected with the universe, that is connected with the divine. So at one end we have to go deep into ourselves or in our consciousness. On other end we have to go high into ourselves. So both end we have to touch. Actually that is endless. We cannot touch. Nobody can touch the endless things. But still we'll have to go infinite, into downward, into upward also. In terms of this energy, in terms of these frequencies, like brain waves. Brain waves have also frequencies. We have to touch the lowest frequencies, like 0.5 hertz is the lowest frequency of the brain waves. And beyond 300 hertz, brain also vibrates beyond the 300 hertz. And when you touch 300, or when you enter into 300 hertz frequencies, then you enter into the supramental consciousness. Supramental consciousness. This is what is called samadhi also, or the highest samadhi. Samadhi has also different levels, different layers. And when you touch 300 hertz, then you enter into. So at one end, we have to touch 0.5, and at other end, we have to cross 300. We have to go more lower than 0.5. Then we will be completely grounded. So at one hand, we have to be grounded. On the other hand, we have to be highest, means cosmic. So if you have only one skill, like if you are only grounded but not cosmic, then that is also not what you call complete. That is incomplete. And some people are not grounded but always high in the mind, in the consciousness, like philosophers or scholars or the intellectual people. They are very intellectually rich, but on ground, they are not grounded. So they may talk high, ideally or philosophically, but practically you will find they are, poor. Why? Because they are not grounded. So we'll have to be rich in both aspects. And that is what is called yogi. Yogi. Yogi means one who is perfect in both, in grounding also and in highest, means lowest also and highest also. And in one language, the lowest frequencies are called nadir, Nadir. Have you heard this term?
Nadir.
Nadir?
The nadir
and zenith. Zenith.
Yeah.
Zenith is the highest world, and nadir is the lowest world. And we have to have reach access in all these frequencies. Okay? And in this course, in this program, or in all the modules, or in all the courses, whether meditation, whether Kundalini, whether our yoga, or sound healing, or Reiki healing, or Ayurveda, the different holistic health modules. In all these modules, we work with only one energy, and that is only one energy, that is cosmic energy, universal energy. And what is the form of that energy? The different forms of that energy. This body has also one form. This is called the corporal body. Corporal body means this is made of the earth element. Earth element, anything which is made of earth element is only tangible, right? Water element is moisture, water. And fire element is heating. When you feel heat, that is fire element. When you feel moisture, that is water element. When you feel solid, that is earth element. Whether on this earth or moon or Mars or any planet, whatever is material, whatever is hard or touchable, what you call tangible, that is solid element, earth element. And these are forms of energy. Fire is also one form of energy. So earth, water, fire, air is also one form of energy. Like prana. This prana is air. And because of air, things are vibrating. Your body is vibrating because your body is breathing. If body will stop breathing, then it will not vibrate. Isn't it? A dead body vibrates not at all. Because there is no prana. There is no breathing pattern. Even in living body also, if your body breathes very slow, then the frequencies of your energy will be lower. Means you will be grounded. Right? And so therefore, we'll have to understand the forms of energy. And we'll have to understand the limitations of this energy also. Like earth energy cannot behave, or of course they can interact with other forms of energy, but they have different natures, therefore they cannot be one with that. So we have to understand different layers of the energy, right? So the gross form of the energy, then subtle form of the energy, then subtler, subtlest. This is how energy transforms. And this is how energy manifests also. The subtlest manifests into the subtler. Subtler manifests into the subtle. Subtle manifests or transforms into the gross and the grossest. This is how energy manifests. And this is how energy also dissolves. This is the process of life also. Like we all are sitting here. Before birth, we are not here, right? And after death, we will not be here. So this is the transformation of the energy. It doesn't mean that before this life, we did not exist. And this is also not true that after this life, we will not exist. We will exist, but in different forms. We will change our forms. So energy, according to science also, is never destroyed. It only changes its forms. And what is the subtlest form of the energy? And that is called emptiness. That is called space. Space. And in space also there are different layers. In space also there are different layers, different subtleties also. Subtlety, subtle. You go more subtle, subtler in space also. And when you reach the ultimate, which Buddha gives the term as nirvana. Buddha gives the term nirvana. That is the subtlest. There's nothing. And Buddha says that there you'll find that all the elements of the energy, all the forms of energy are completely dissolved, completely disappeared. In what form? In nothingness. This is how the life journey stops. This is how the cycle of birth and death stops. We have to tune ourselves with that. But that is the ultimate goal. And that goal is not the aim of everyone. That goal is the aim of the one who is fed up of this birth and death. Who say, no, I can't afford to be reborn. That is only for them. But they who want to be reborn, they who have many, ambitions or many goals of life to achieve, nature sends to these lives again and again. Go and achieve your life goals. And still if you have unfulfilled, the nature will send you again and again. It gives you, millions of times opportunities to be born, to achieve your goal. And when you find that I have lived my life and I have achieved everything, now there is nothing more to achieve, then only you seek that nirvana. Otherwise you don't seek. Or even before that, if you try to seek the nirvana means that, then that seeking will not have power. That search will not have so intensity, so depth. That will be superficial. Why? Because your inner existence is craving for still something in this world. And on the other hand, you are trying to achieve which is beyond the world. These are two different worlds. So firstly, we have to achieve everything in this life, which is called the world of birth and death. This is called samsara in our language. Have you heard this word? Samsara? Yeah, samsara. Samsara is the world of constant flux, constant flow. Saman rupe saryati iti samsara. This is the definition of samsara. Means that which constantly flows is called samsara. And nirvana, that which is completely extinguished, complete extinction. Extinction? Extinguish. Full stop. That is called nirvana. When there is full stop of that flow, that is called nirvana. And after that, there will be no birth. That is also a state. And what does it mean? There, science becomes silent. Science. where science says that things are not destroyed, things are just transformed. So science sees up to that point only, but the spirituality sees beyond that. Means what? The spirituality says, of course, there is end of everything. There is end of life force also. This is life force which takes form, which takes rebirth. Your life force is different, my life force is different, her life force is different, his life force is different. Everyone's life force is different. And therefore, there is individual journey, individual life. There is individual. And we have to take this life force to that nirvana. When we are completely quenched with the thirst, when we do not have any thirst. But if you have any thirst left, if there is any residue, residue means any thirst, even what you call minute test also, there is no nirvana. Nirvana is not possible. So that is the ultimate. But where we are at present, here we want to be healer, we want to help others, we want to heal others, we want to heal ourselves, we want to benefit ourselves, we want to benefit others. So this wanting is also a content. This wanting, this desire is also a content. And this desire also creates a shadow. Understand? Even if you have desire, even if you have what you call intention, even if you have thought to become enlightened or to enter into samadhi, to enter into deep meditation, that thought also will block your path. This is the strange of this world. Means when you reach the non-striving state, when you practice let go, complete let go, when you practice complete surrender, when you practice that, sorry, I am fed up, I am not achieving the success. Now let the God do, who believe in God. And people who don't believe in God, then let the universe do. When we have that kind of strong feeling, deep inside, deepest inside, then the door is opened. Then everything is provided. Then everything is endowed by the nature tree. And so long we have any thirst, any intention, any thought, and thought which you do not see, we only perceive with your mind, that thought also creates a shadow. Every word, even the word of nirvana also, you say silence. So long you say silence, there is no silence. The word silence itself hurts the silence. The word peace itself destroys the peace. So every word in the mind creates a shadow, creates a darkness in highest reality or in higher reality. But in the beginning, people are filled with many words, many thoughts. That is why meditation is not possible for them. Meditation is not easy for them. Meditation is very difficult for them. Why? Because people are so busy in thinking. At one hand, the world is developing, the world is becoming rich in many aspects, technologically, financially, materially, scientifically. The world is becoming rich day by day, right? On the other hand, mind is also becoming very high in frequency, not grounded. Therefore, means what? If your mind is intellectually rich or scientifically rich, but if that is not touching the base, then that will make one what you call mad or crazy or unsettled or not well mentally or ill, mentally sick. Therefore, there are so many mental health issues. Now in coming ages, we will find people will need mental treatments more than physical treatments. Still at this stage also, people need more mental treatments than the physical treatments. They have digestion health issues, right? They have digestion health issues, they have endocrine health issues, They have what you call hormonal health issues, right? They have cardio health issues. And all these health issues are born from what you call neurohealth. Neurohealth. If neurohealth is not well, then all these physiological systems will not work properly. If a person is in stress, digestion system will go wrong, firstly. Endocrine system will stop working or will start working less. There will be malfunctioning of the endocrine system, hormonal imbalances. Therefore, metabolic system will be affected negatively. If metabolic system is affected negatively, then digestion system will be affected negatively. If digestion system is not well, then there will be accumulation of toxins in the body. And the toxins are the main cause of all the aches, the stomach ache or headache or the shoulder ache or any type of, or diseases like cancer. There will be free radicals in the body, massive free radicals, which is the cause of the ailments, right? And all these things come from the mental health. People are so much stressful. People are so much blocked in mind. People are so much what you call stiff in mind. They have less neuroplasticity. No neuroplasticity. And neuroplasticity enables you to attune with the higher consciousness. And a stiff mind cannot connect with the divine consciousness or God consciousness. Flexible mind or innocent mind or childlike mind only can connect with the God consciousness. A stiff mind, resisting mind, the mind which has resisting mind is the main cause of mental sickness and also physical sickness. So neuroplasticity is one practice in light and shadow work also, in mental health also, in spiritual health also, in energy work also. So the work starts from the mind, which is the subtler form, right? And then body, which is the grossest form, mind and body. But between the mind and body, there is one thing that is called prana. Prana connects body and mind, what you call life force. So this is life force which incites the mind, which incites the particles of your body also. This is life force. And what creates life force? That is mind only. If you will go to study Vedanta or the Upanishads, it is clearly mentioned that when mind connects with a thought, then prana is connected. Prana is created. In Reiki also, you use different symbols, right? You use different symbols. And you instill that symbol with energy. Then you transmit that symbol inside a body. And that symbol is not just symbol, that is a form of energy, Reiki energy. And that enters and that starts working. And you attract that energy and you install that energy into that symbol. So first you make that symbol, you load that symbol with the energy, then you transmit that symbol. In Tantra also, in black magic also, you use the same technique. You use the same technique and that works. You are using black magic here and that is working for the people who are living in the United States. There is no distance. That will work there also. Instantly, it will not take long. Instantly at real time. What is that? That is again the energy you create. Who creates the energy? Your mind creates the energy. Your mind creates the energy. Your mind creates the prana, Shakti. Your mind creates Shakti. And then you apply that Shakti whether to create, whether to heal, or whether to destroy. So energy does three things. Energy creates, energy heals, and energy destroys also. But the black magic normally people use to destroy, not to create. And white energy is used to create and to heal. Right? So actually healing energy is not pure white. That is mixed energy. But white energy is only to create. And to heal or to live, we have to add something into that. This is like gold. Pure gold. You cannot make any ornament from the pure gold. You have to add some substances to the gold. Similarly, When energy, pure energy, is added with some other stuff, then that only creates life force, right? And the black energy or negative energy is destructive all the time, in past also, in present also, in future also. The black energy or negative energy will do only one thing, that is called destruction. Negative energy cannot create anymore. Negative energy cannot heal also, can destroy only. So when you have to destroy anything, then we have to create that energy, intentionally or unintentionally. But you have to create that. And you create that, that becomes completely black. Everything becomes black. When you want to sleep, when you go to sleep, then you switch off the light, right? You close your eyes also. Firstly, you enter into darkness. And you enter into utmost darkness to sleep. And that heals your body. So what you call black hole or white hole, black hole, is the same thing. To enter into that destruction, and again, that is regenerated. This is the process, okay? And in this process also, we'll do the same thing. Means we will firstly work on our mind, and there we'll see what contents we are carrying. We are loaded with lots of contents. We have to unload ourselves. We have to make lighter, okay? And how we make lighter? What are the contents which are loading our consciousness? Again, thoughts, emotions, our expectations, our desires, we try to force the universe. Hey, you do this in this way, you manifest in this way, as I want. We always try to force the universe. Why this is not happening according to me? We keep complaining to the universe. We keep asking to the universe, why me? Why me? Why me? And psychology calls it referential talk, self-referential talk, and egocentric talk. And this is actually the function of default mode network, DMN, which is negative for the psychological health. So long we are concerned with oneself, me, that will create problem, that will create all the negativities, that will create all the thoughts. Means we start new story. Every time we start new story, and we are not carrying only one story. We have many stories with us. One story is pulling that side, other story is pulling that side, other thing is pulling that side. There are a lot of things which are attacking our mind. So what we do in this process, firstly we say them, please go out, right? And in this process, mind will go mostly in the past, in the memories, thinking for the reference. We'll have to bring back. And many a times mind goes into the past, and many a times, gently, non-violently, we have to bring it back, gently and nicely, smilingly. Sometimes we get angry on ourselves. Why I'm going into my memory? Why? No, don't get angry on yourself. Gently, non-violently, bring back into the present moment. Second extreme is going into the future, planning. What will be the next? What will be the outcome? What will be the result of this practice? What will be that? So that kind of thought is also, thought which will take ourselves to the wrong path or away from the practice. Means out of the track. We have to be on the track. So past will try to move you, push you from the path, and future also will try to push you away from the path. So whatever we do, we have to simply keep ourselves, means mind, in the present, not in the past or in the future. But because of the lifelong habits, because of the not this lifetime habits, but many lifetimes habit, we have these tendencies. We'll have to overcome ourselves gently, non-violently, smilingly. And when you overcome yourself, when you find that now I have more control on myself to be in the present moment, non-violently, gently, smilingly, lovingly, kindly, then you will find that the shadow is reducing, shadow is going, right? Because the thoughts of past and future creates lots of blockages. Then the thoughts of present also creates blockages. So firstly, we have to clean ourselves from the thoughts of past and thoughts of future. Then we have to overcome the thoughts of present also. If there is thought that this is present moment, this thought also we have to overcome. Then what is the next? We have to create silence. Means silently witness the present moment, what is happening. We have to allow that to happen. We have to allow, whatever is happening, we don't have to label. We don't have to give any label. We don't have to give any word to that, as a good or as a bad. Yeah, this is good feeling, good experiences. The moment you say this is good experience, yes, that's creating shadow. Understanding, Lena? Yeah. The moment we give label, this is bad experience. Again, this is corrupting the sanctity, the purity of the present. Right? When you say amazing, when you say wow, this wow word also hurts the purity of that, or the innocence of that, or the virginity of the present moment. You have to keep it very virgin, very pure, very raw. Raw means pure, white. This is the landmark, this is the path, and now let us practice this. Okay? And we'll find how much we have to work, how much we have to overcome ourselves. We'll find. And then you can say unto yourself what state you are, whether you are beginner or intermediate or advanced, and you yourself will give the certificate to yourself, right? No other ones can give you certificate. Your own self can give certificate that I am beginner, I am still beginner. If I am honest, then I will give my certificate honestly, clearly. Yes, I have a lot to work on. I have more to win of myself, overcome myself, right? And this certificate is also not to show to anybody, hey, I have this certificate to be in the present moment, I am winner. No. Again, that will create a kind of ego. And any kind of ego will create shadow, will create darkness. Because ego always creates darkness. Ego always creates negativity. Ego always creates black energy. Ego always creates black energy, blockages. So we have to give full stop to ego. We have to give full stop to all the certificates, to all the labels, to all the, these things. And we'll find the path becomes smoother. In the beginning, like when you have arrived there, you find a lot of things not conducive. But slowly we find ourselves. Slowly you make some changes also in atmosphere, in environment, then we tune ourselves and things become smoother, right? Siddhartha was born as a prince, living in palace, living in richness. But when he entered into jungle, in forest, for this practice, he attuned himself with that poverty, with that difficulties, with those challenges. He tuned himself, and that what was challenge for the luxury people, that was comfort for him, right? So we make things comfortable, we make things smoother, and we make things difficult. Even the easy things also become difficult if you are difficult. If you are easy, then we make difficult things also easy, right? So this is everything all about our preparation, our flexibility, our neuroplasticity, our adaptability, okay? And we have to adapt ourselves, we have to attune ourselves, we have to work on ourselves to just tune with the present moment, non-judgmentally, without label, without giving any turn to that.